Hello everybody and welcome back to Reduced Retail. So today we have a very popular item and it is a home wireless camera. It can be by itself or it can be part of a camera system that you create in any which way. But this is actually the Amcrest 1080p pan tilt Wi-Fi camera. Now I have several of these in my home and we'll get to that in a little bit, but I love these. I've had these now for over a year and Amcrest make very high quality cameras at reasonable prices. And the best part is they just work almost flawlessly. If anybody has any type of experience with wireless cameras that connect to your Wi-Fi source, you notice that the infrastructure of the camera is usually the biggest issue as far as software and development such as that. The actual hardware is usually just fine. The image will come through, but the problem is connecting and not connecting. Well, I found Amcrest has done a pretty good job at that, at least the best that I have seen, and I'm really impressed with the products that they create. They're actually making now 2K and even up to 4K pan tilt zoom cameras, but I found the 1080p at the price point of, I believe they're about $70 now. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check them out. They really just have a strong image quality. They also have two-way audio, but we'll get to that in a second. So as you take a look, it's a very nice looking box. This is what you will receive if you purchase one. And pretty much if we go ahead and read here, it says 60-second setup. Now I will say that a lot of times that quick setup is not the easiest way to set it up. It does take a little bit longer, but there's actually technically an easier way, even though it takes a little bit more time. There is cloud storage. You have to pay through an Amcrest service. I have found that the micro USB that you can just go ahead and put on board the actual device works flawlessly. It's probably the best way to go if you don't want to mess with the cloud service. Now the pan tilt zoom feature is exactly why I purchased this item. It's really what sold me on the item. Most cameras nowadays are just fixed. They have a wide angle lens, which is great, gives them a huge point of view. However, you can't actually move the camera around. So if you did need to see farther left or farther right or higher or lower, you can't do that. It's a fixed image. With this, you can. You have the full PTZ, which is pan tilt zoom functionality, and it works great. I've really been impressed with it. As long as you have a strong internet connection connected to this, it is seamless. It does not lag. It catches everything, and it just does not have some of the problems that a lot of other Wi-Fi cameras have. And that's part of the reason why I'm reviewing it, because I realized I really enjoy this system and I thought it would be a great item to share with you guys. Usually I do new items and some of them aren't that great. I actually just did a bracelet, survival bracelet, that just was really pretty much garbage. It was not great. But this is an item that I have used for over a year and I'm just really impressed with it. So let's get back to some of the other features. The night vision is actually pretty good. Long distance, it says 32 feet. I would say anything within 15 to 20 feet is just about as clear in night vision as it is during the day. Obviously it won't be colored, but it is very clear. You can make out someone's face. You can see just about anything that's going on. It really is pretty impressive what they have. So as you can see, the panning from left to right will actually go full 360 degrees. It'll go back and stop in the back at 180 degrees, but go all the way around the other way for a full 360 degrees. The wide view is 90 degrees, and then the tilting, I'm not sure exactly. You can actually mount it upside down, so the tilting, I believe, is a full 180 from a horizon to a horizon, but it will obviously not look upside down. So if you do put it like I have it up on a wall mount, or if you put it up on a shelf or something like that, you will notice that it does cut off at the bottom edge. It can't look all the way down below its lowest point. But what I found is you can usually just put something under it to allow it to tilt farther down, or like I said, you can just mount it upside down. It'll flip the image for you in the settings, and then you have everything that you need to view in sight. It will look almost everywhere you can imagine. So I'm really impressed with that. Again, the audio feature is really cool. Not only can you talk, you can hear, so you can really converse with someone. You can yell at them if they were to be in your home, let them know that you are seeing them if that was a route you wanted to go. It is really neat. I'm really impressed with it. Even as a baby monitor, this could be exceptional because not only is it the audio, you can hear your baby, you really can move this around. If somehow the baby got out of sight, you could move the camera in the direction that maybe they have gone and to see if you can still see them within view. So again, very impressed with everything that this offers. The SD card, the micro SD, can be up to 32 gigabytes. Which is quite a bit of recording time, and then it will just overlap itself after time. So usually that's a great thing. You can see here audio in out, there's that. The alarm, so the app that comes with it, you can view everything from your iPhone, Android, whatever type of phone you have, they have it in the App Store. And then there's the networking, so you have Wi-Fi, or you can put in actual Ethernet if you have access. Most people that will mount them just want it connected to their Wi-Fi. That is the most important part though of this, I will tell you, is you want to make sure you have a strong internet connection. At 1080p, this does require a pretty constant, good internet connection. Anybody with 10, 15, 20 megs of service will be fine. It's more importantly is that your Wi-Fi router casts a large enough net to give this a good signal. If your signal is spotty and you have a large home, this will be an item that will struggle. But if you have a wide Wi-Fi network that really houses in all the points of your home, this is a perfect system. Once it's connected, it stays connected, and it really is impressive how good of a product they have created for this. So here's some of the other information that is more specific. As you can see here, it's a 2 megapixel 1080p camera. It says night vision up to 32 feet. Max aperture is 2.2. So there's tons of settings that you'll see, and we're actually gonna go ahead and look in the app, and I will show you actually what my camera looks like as you look around my living room. But yeah, it's really simple to go into it. So all you gotta do is actually go to the app. And once you get into the app, all you got to do is find your camera. There's several different types of ways to find the camera. You can automatically have it loaded, and you can actually have a split screen loaded. I have 4 cameras. I have 2 outdoor and 2 indoor, one in the basement and one on the living room floor, and then I actually have one in the back patio and one towards my front porch. So all 4 will pop up usually, but in this instance, we're gonna go ahead and take a look of just looking at my living room camera. And as I get into it, you can see the quality is surprisingly good. You can go ahead and zoom. There's pinch to zoom, or you can do digital zoom. Usually digital zoom will give you a little bit better of a resolution, but it will start to get hazy after time. These aren't designed to be very high quality zooming cameras. They give you a high quality picture when it's at its zero zoom state. So as you can see, I can go left, and as I push left, it'll go left. I can go right, and I can even go up. Now you'll see as I come back down that I can't go any further. So I do prop mine up so I can see a little bit farther down. I don't have mine mounted upside down. It is something I'd like to do one of these days, but I found this to be sufficient. It really does work great, and I've been really happy with it. But the alarm feature that this has lets me know if there's motion. I can be alerted if there's motion. And one of the coolest features it has is it lets you customize the motion sensitivity. So I actually have a camera outside that I have set on motion. To give you perspective, there's a tree that is always blowing. If there's wind, it will move and it will set off my alarm multiple times every hour. I might get 10, 15, 20 alerts an hour, and it'll drive me nuts. So what I've done is I've actually boxed out the tree and set the sensitivity to high. So if someone walks up my kind of my area that walks up to my porch from my driveway, it will go off. But if the tree moves, it will not. And the tree isn't in the same area, so that way it kind of makes one area more sensitive to the other. But yeah, guys, this was just kind of a quick overview of this camera. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them below. They have all types of new cameras coming out. The outdoors are fully wireless as well, and they're waterproof. They are really great cameras. I've had no issues. They've been working for well over a year now for me. And I actually even have a DVR. I decided not to include it in this review because a lot of people, they don't like messing with DVRs. But instead of it recording with the SD memory card, I actually record with a DVR. It works great for me, and it gives me 2 terabytes of space, so I can do weeks and weeks of recording from all my 4 cameras before I run out of any space. And even then, I think I actually have more space than that. But it works flawlessly. Everything is just a great system, and at the price point, it is so hard to beat. Like I said, I believe these are $70 because they've actually come down from $100 as the new 2K, and I believe even, like I said, 4K cameras are coming out. But they all work the same. And I might even actually, if there's a lot of interest in this video, I'll make a video on how to set these up if you guys end up purchasing some of these, because I've actually done this so many times. My dad owns a condo down in Florida. He has several of these that I've installed for him in his condo that he loves. So it really does. It works that great. So I really am impressed with what Amcrest. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed this. Please ask any questions if you have them, and subscribe for all of my new videos that are going to be coming out. Thank you again so much for watching, and you all have a great day. Take care.